the time for treatment was before your 5th DWI.
I agree.
It's hard enough to get up one.
I know. We'll give you your little bit of exercise this morning. All right, sir, are you Dustin Drake?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Drake was previously in court. You entered a plea of guilty to driving while intoxicated, third or more. I've received the pre-sentence report. Has everyone had an opportunity to review that report?
Pause right here. This case is already in rare territory. A DWI third or more isn't just another drunk driving charge. It's a felony, and the court is now looking backward at a pattern, not a single bad night. That pre-sentence investigation report? That's the roadmap the judge will rely on to decide one thing. Is this man a risk or a salvageable responsibility? And with 5 prior incidents, every word spoken next matters.
We have no objection.
Yes, Your Honor, we reviewed it.
And there was no agreement. Mr. Lane, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I guess in situations like this, the PSI pretty much laid it out. So I don't know if Mr. Drake can be any more sincere than he was. I think the PSI officer got that from him. Most of his allegations were DWIs. After this allegation, we know he entered treatment. He went through almost 18 months worth of treatment. He stayed sober. He's gainfully employed. He's moving forward. He knows that the court has a tough decision. I think he said it best in the recommendation where he was. I think he can be successful. His attitude's there. His groundwork is there. His mother's here. The foundation is all there to be successful.
Mr. Nichols?
Judge, this is his 5th DWI conviction, not counting 2 that were dismissed somewhere along the way. I left, when we formulated this plea offer, I left it as a count 1 plea to limit some exposure, but I think the pen time is where we're.
That's the moment the temperature in the room changes. The prosecutor isn't arguing emotion. He's arguing public safety. One crash, one BAC, one wrong moment, and suddenly this courtroom isn't debating probation anymore. It's debating preventable tragedy. Judges don't forget that question. What happens if I let him walk and he does it again?
I get, and I'm glad that there's what appears to be sincere attempts at getting treatment and doing all that, but the fact is, he hit a car. This night he was at .27. Luckily, no one else was hurt. And I just can't fathom letting him back out on the road, Judge. So I would urge the court to exercise the full 10 years.
Mr. Drake, other than what's in the PSI that you stated, do you have anything else to add?
No, I really apologize for what I did. I know it was wrong. I am an alcoholic, and I do believe I can finish the probation. I'm not going to sit here and make excuses for my actions because there are none. My record speaks for itself. I'm embarrassed and ashamed.
And I appreciate that, and I appreciate you not trying to make excuses. And I appreciate that you've gotten treatment. The time for treatment was before your 5th DWI.
I agree.
You know, you've had every opportunity since, it looks like, 05, 19, 2021, well, 09, then 10, maybe. Anyway. guess part of what I'm looking at right now is that there was a short probation from Louisiana some years back, 6 months. But other than that, there's never been, you've just
This is the legal equivalent of standing on a cliff's edge. A 10-year prison sentence was just imposed, but instantly suspended. That's called probated time, and it's mercy with teeth. Every condition you're about to hear isn't optional. It's a tripwire. One violation, one sip, one excuse, and the full decade snaps back into place. This isn't leniency. This is a countdown.
in time, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do, Mr. Drake, and I hope you take advantage of what I'm about to do. Just based on several of the factors, the age of some of the history, the fact that you've gone into treatment already, I'm gonna give you an opportunity, but you're not going home today. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to find that you entered your plea of guilty freely and voluntarily. Find sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and at this time find you guilty. Sentence you to a term of 10 years in prison, but I'm going to probate that. You'll be on probation for 10 years. I'm ordering that you pay a $2,000 fine, and I'm ordering that you follow all of the rules and conditions of probation. The first one of those conditions is that you're going to enter and successfully complete the SafeP program. It's a 6-month in-custody program. It's the longest and best we have, and so at least that gives me some knowledge that you have some further treatment and some long-term treatment. When you're released, you will go through the JCDI program as your outpatient follow-up care, which is an intensive outpatient treatment. You will be required to have an auto-ignition interlock device on any vehicle that you drive. I'm also going to order, at least for some amount of time, at the, I don't know how long, but you will be ordered to wear a scram device as well. That is a device that is on your body that shows if there's any alcohol in your body. If there is a positive sip of alcohol, your probation is going to be revoked and you're going to be facing that 10 years that I just gave you. So I didn't give you up to 10 years. I just gave you 10 years in prison. If you violate this probation, don't come in and start negotiation for something less. It's 10 years. Do you understand? So you'll have the SCRAM, the auto ignition, SafeP, JCDI, and any other conditions that probation deems would be important for you to be successful. So this wasn't an agreement. You do have some rights to appeal. I'm handing you the trial court certification. Well, it shows that y'all waived the right to appeal on this. So
That's because we did have an agreement.
you did have an
to go on
agreement.
Count one, Your Honor.
Correct. So you have waived your right to appeal because the state made that concession that they went forward on count one only. I've also handed you the trial court certification or admonishment that shows that that because of the judgment entered against you, you're ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition. Possession of a firearm or ammunition could lead to charges against you. Firearm is a legal term. You should read the written admonishment I provided you to see what devices qualify as a firearm. If you have questions about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or about how long that lasts, you can talk with Mr. Lane. Obviously you're going into custody, but I am ordering as a condition of that probation, it's mandatory 10 days upfront time. So you'll get that credit while you're waiting on safety. All right, you can go back with the bailiff.
Okay, can I speak from, I'll go run a poll.
Yeah, go with the bailiff.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. You'll just email the attachments to the clerk. Good morning, you're Ray No,
Good morning, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
and will your client waive the formal reading of the indictment in each case?
He does.
Just a second. Figure out what today is. I'm getting there. Mr. No, in cause number 25, DCCR 0386, you're charged with the second-degree felony offense of intoxication manslaughter with a vehicle from December 11th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
And y'all have marked here aggravated. What is,
Defense counsel put that there.
Yeah, well, they charged it as aggravated with a vehicle, I believe. It was aggravating.
It's just a garden variety intox.
yeah, I'm going to mark that out because I think that might
Feel free,
have
Judge.
some
Different context.
context at sentencing that you may not want. All right, so it's, so you, how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
And are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you pleading guilty because you actually did what they've charged you with?
Yes, ma'am.
We're sorry it's gonna be a trial.
Sorry, give me just a second to get to the other one. And And then in cause number 25, DCCR 0387, you're charged with the state jail felony offense of driving while intoxicated with a child passenger from December 11th of 2024. And how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Again, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading guilty because you did what they've charged you with?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each of those cases, I have here on the tablet some documents that have your signature on them that the state has marked as exhibit number 1. Before you signed these, did you go over them with Mr. Franklin?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you fully understand them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that it's well, first of all, it's the way this is written up is that you are pleading open to the court. There's no agreement. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you guys, a couple things. I need the other one sent back. So is it on the trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal? On this case, the state jail, the admonishments were signed saying that they're waiving the right to appeal. And then on the certification, it's actually 2 of them were checked off. One is the defendant has waived the right of appeal, and the other is it's not a plea agreement and the defendant has a right to appeal.
It's not a plea
It-
agreement,
Right.
so that's correct.
Okay, so what, with everyone's permission, then I'm going to erase the check mark on the defendant has waived the right of appeal because it's not a plea, so he will have some right to appeal.
Yes, Your Honor.
No objection.
Also, on each of the paperworks on the post-conviction waivers that you both signed, I will mark that out as well because that's saying that he's waiving his right to appeal.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Objection.
all right, thanks. So,
Your Honor, I would note too, I think I had a few stray, I'm a left-hander. I think there's a few other stray marks on there that
Okay.
I tried to erase and wasn't able to. So
Gotcha.
if you see those, I apologize.
gotcha.
But my hand
We
taps.
understand the left-handed issues up here. Ms. Werner feels your pain on that. Okay, so I want to make sure you understand a couple of things. You have an absolute right to have a jury come in and determine 2 things in these cases. The first would be to determine if you're guilty or not. And then the second would be if they find you guilty, you could leave your punishment up to that jury. If we go forward this way, you're waiving that right and you're leaving your punishment up to me in each of these cases. And is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state tenders number 1 in each case.
No objection, Your Honor.
It's admitted. Also, sir, do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen that a plea of guilty or no contest may result in your deportation, exclusion from admission to the country, or denial of naturalization under federal law?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is there any evidence that Mr. No is not competent?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, in each of your cases, I'm going to find that you entered your pleas of guilty freely and voluntarily, find that you're mentally competent and you understand the nature and the consequences of those pleas, find sufficient evidence to find you guilty. However, I'm going to reset your cases for a sentencing hearing so that the probation department can do a pre-sentence report. That'll give me more information about you, your cases, and then we'll come back later for sentencing. Obviously, if there's anything important that you want me to know, get that information to Mr. Franklin. He will present it to me on your behalf when we come back. Do you guys anticipate a little bit of extra time on this one as far as witnesses or argument,
Just brief, not much,
but a little more than normal?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so if I were to set it at 11 on a docket date, we could, maybe an hour would be enough, or do you
Yes,
think
Your
we
Honor. I
need?
think an hour.
Okay, all right, so we'll reset it for sentencing, and we'll just do it at the end of a docket, so you don't have to sit and wait unless you have some other cases. You need to stop and talk to probation on your way out of the courtroom, and she's sitting at that desk right over there. All right, we'll see y'all back at sentencing. Thank you.